welcome to another video. I am Jenny and today's video is my book box battle episode 11, I think. Honestly, I don't know. The reason why I'm really struggling with this is I would do this every month, but then I'm like, well, this is for November, so is this episode 11? But I'm unboxing October's boxes, so is it episode 10? I don't know. But it's the next episode anyway. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, Book Box Battle is a vlog series that I do on my channel, where I unbox my book boxes. I then pitch these new books against previous books from book boxes that I pick randomly out of a jar, do a first chapter challenge on those picks, and choose which book I want to continue to read in this vlog. So as you can see, I have got two boxes. I've got Illumicrate and I've got Fairyloot Adult. I will be totally honest with you. When I double checked what the books were, because I don't really know why I do that, but I do that. Neither of them were books that I was like, oh, I'm really excited about that book. So these are both kind of, I'm slightly less than intrigued. Hey, they might surprise me. They might not. But yeah, these ones, I'm going to unbox these. We'll see how we get on, and yeah, let's go from there. We'll start off with Fairyloot because it came first and it is just a book. As usual, I have lost my scissors, so we're going to rip into it today. Okay, the theme for the month is Forbidden Spells. Looks very cottagecore-y with mushrooms. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of cottagecore, I'll be totally honest. So we have got, immediately I see a guitar, very, very pretty stenciled edges. The book is Sorcery and Small Magic by Magda Ducey. Sorry if you can hear Bella. It looks ever so slightly warped. Can you see, like here and here? That could have been me because I sat on the box. But it could not be. Honestly, I'm not really bothered. I don't mind too much if it's slightly warped. That doesn't really bother me. Okay, we have got, ooh, a very pretty foiled design under the cover. Hit myself in the head there. They are different, men each side. End papers, we've got a violinist and a sort of city scene. We have got an alternative dust jacket under the dust jacket. Well, my words aren't really working today, are they? Let's go through what the synopsis is. Leo van der Lovage is a master of small magics. He can summon butterflies with a song or turn someone's hair pink by snapping his fingers. Such minor charms don't earn him much admiration from other sorcerers or his father, but anything more elaborate always blows up in his face. Which is why Leo vowed years ago to never again write powerful magic. That is, until a mix-up involving a forbidden spell binds Leo to obey the commands of his long-term nemesis, Sebastian Grimm. Grimm is Leo's complete opposite, respected, exceptionally talented, and an absolutely insufferable curmudgeon. Great word. The only thing they agree on is that getting caught using forbidden magic would mean the end of their careers. They need a counterspell, and fast. Chasing rumours of a powerful sorcerer with a knack for undoing curses, Leo and Grimm enter the Unquiet Wood, a forest infested with murderous monsters and dangerous outlaws. To dissolve the curse, they'll have to uncover the true depths of Leo's magic, set aside their long-standing rivalry, and, much to their horror, work together, even as an odd spark of attraction flares between them. So this sounds like it is going to be a queer romance. This is kind of giving me slight vibes of A River Enchanted with like the violins. It's also, just from the general look of it, is giving me vibes of A Marvellous Light by Freya Marske. I didn't enjoy Marvellous Light. I actually haven't finished it. I've soft DNF'd it. I did enjoy River Enchanted, but this does kind of make me think it's going to be a cosy fantasy, so I'm not sure how I feel about that. But let's get into Illumicrate and see what we are up against. This one has a bigger bit of tape, so I'm gonna stab it with a pen. All right, the prompt this month is Colours of Magic, and we have got the spoiler card there. Take out the bits that I don't want. Okay, oh, right, so first of all we have got a set of travel bottles. They're all slightly different, but they've just got like kind of cozy designs in it. This one has got bees and honey pots on it. Lavender and honey travel bottle kit, inspired by the Honey Witch. Useful, I like this. These are useful things. I like useful things. We've got some washi tape. Which I can't get out of the box that they're in. This is the Alluring Gods washi tape set, inspired by Gods of Jade and Shadow. So we've got this one here. They're all obviously green and gold. This one's got a kind of pretty pattern on it. This one has got skulls on it. There, and this one, I want to say again, is a sort of Aztec theme. Pretty. I do use washi tape, so happy with that. They are cute. A little thing here, a Moth to a Flame chain pin set, inspired by the Crimson Moth. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of pins. So it's a moth and a rose with a little chain that connects them. That is cute, that is pretty. I'm probably not going to use that because, like I said, I'm just not really a fan of pins. I don't use them. And we have got another book sleeve. This one is stunning with a dragon, 2 dragons. This is inspired by Priory of the Orange Tree. I like this. The pop thing isn't very, it's kind of working. I like this. I do use these. I do really enjoy them. I have also been crocheting my own, but you know, there we go. Put the box down. So the book, let's take him out of the bubble wrap. Oh, destroying the bubble wrap there. The book is Until We Shatter by Kate Dillon. It has got, again, sprayed edges. There's nothing under the dust jacket on this one. We've got a designed hardback, which is very pretty. We have got custom end papers that are different on both sides. I did see that this one was signed as well. I'm going to just see, do we have a map? We don't have a map. We have a bound in Dear Reader letter. Is Sorcery of Small Magics, is this one here signed? I didn't look. This one has also got a bound in letter. It is not signed, and again doesn't have a map. Why do they keep not putting maps and things? Maps are the best. Okay, let's read through the synopsis as I put the dust jacket back on Until We Shatter. No matter where she goes, Kemi's life is under threat. The church would see her killed for having any magic. The Council of Shades wants her dead for not having enough. So when her mother falls ill, Kemi has no choice but to turn thief, and when she's offered a job that could solve all their problems, it's impossible to resist. The catch, Kemi will have to work with Chase, a beautiful, dangerous and full of secrets, to steal a powerful relic the church has hidden within a deadly realm of shadows. If she succeeds, Kemi will finally be safe, but if she's caught, she risks igniting a spark that could destroy the city and everyone inside. An action-packed epic heist fantasy from the author of Mindwalker, perfect for fans of Six of Crows, Master of One and Bone Crier's Dawn. I am a fan of Six of Crows, also Master of One. I haven't read Bone Crier's Dawn. Okay, that one sounds more intriguing than I thought it was going to. So let's get my jar, give them a good shake. I am going to pick, should we do 2 or 3 books this week? Month. I'm going to start off with 2, see if I like them, maybe go for a third. I'm going to go for one from the top. That one is The Foxglove King. I think I pulled that one there last time. I've actually soft DNF'd The Foxglove King. And The Hurricane War. I'm going to pick a 5th one because that one I'm also not overly excited by. And this one is Little Thieves. Okay, let's be honest. I am not excited by any of those books, but let me go and find them all and we'll come back and talk about them. All right, so I have got my alternates here. The Hurricane War by Thea Guanzon. This one, I had thought that I'd done a first chapter challenge on this one before, but I can't find that I've got a bookmark in it, but only at chapter 1. So maybe I just read, is there a prologue? I've read a prologue only, which is a page and a half. This one I do believe is a Kylo Ren retelling. I don't honestly really know what that is. Or like, sorry, Bella is going absolutely insane running around. Or Kylo Ren like fanfic or something, but I think it is somewhat kind of Star Warsy inspired. So I had put this on a 5-star prediction list at the beginning of the year. Haven't heard more people talk about it. I don't think it's going to be 5 stars. So that is that one. Little Thieves by Margaret Owens is a YA. I have done a first chapter challenge on this one before. This one is a retelling of The Goose Girl. I remember the first chapter was interesting. It was a kind of like, there were stakes, it was fun, but I wasn't intrigued enough obviously to continue the book. And then we've got The Foxglove King. Now this one is tricky. I was reading it last month and I've soft DNF'd at page 90. I'm up to chapter 9. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this one. Because it doesn't really feel like I would restart this book. I wouldn't, like, I want to basically give myself a space from it and then restart it, because I do think that I should enjoy it, but I just haven't enjoyed what I've read so far, which means I don't know if it's fair for me to have this one like in the competition, because I just don't. If I read, say, chapter 9, because that's what I'm up to, I'm still going to want to I still want to start this book from the beginning, but I don't feel like reading chapter 1 is necessarily the right choice either. What to do? I think I'm going to take this one out of the running and I'm not going to do a challenge on that one. And I'm just going to keep these 4. I'm not going to replace it. So, my thoughts on these ones. I don't think I'm going to enjoy Sorcery of Small Magics. It totally depends if I feel like I'm in a YA mood or not. Honestly, I could be, I could not be, I don't know. I think The Hurricane Wars is going to go in 3rd. Little Thieves in 2nd, and I think Until We Shatter is probably the one I'm most intrigued by of this pile. So these are the 4 books that I will be putting into my first chapter challenge. This is the order that I am predicting. Let me know if you've read any of these ones. Let me know now down below what you think I will pick to read. I honestly am not confident on my thoughts here. These could go in any order, they really could, because none of them immediately scream like, yes, I want to read that. None of these books are immediately gripping me, which means we might have got quite a boring vlog up ahead, because, or it might be a really fun vlog, because if maybe I just won't like any of them, who knows. So probably shouldn't have said this is going to be a boring vlog. So yeah, this is my predicted pile. Here are the edges, which is the best part. Edges, let me know which ones you think I will pick, or if there's any that you've read, you know, do you recommend? And I'm going to now move in and do my first chapters on these 4 books. So see you in a bit. Hi, me again. You didn't see me pull this out of the jar, but I was just thinking, like, should I actually replace the Foxglove King? So I pulled another book out of the jar to kind of decide, like, if it's a book that I might have some intrigue in, then I will add it on. If I don't, we'll pretend this never happened. Obviously, I didn't press record, but I did pull out For Her Consideration, which is this book here by Amy Spalding. This is an Afterlight book. It is a romance. It is a queer sapphic romance. I don't really know if I'm going to enjoy it, but I think I might add it into the mix, and yeah, just to replace the Fox. Hello, it is many days later. Today's the 1st of November. It's a Friday, and I'm finally doing my first chapter challenges on these books. So as you saw, I had the 4 books, and then I did also pick out For Your Consideration, but I didn't film that. And I've added that one in. So I've just read the first chapter of these 2. I'm kind of going from most excited to least excited. So starting off with For Your Consideration, For Her Consideration. I've read the prologue. Not immediately gripped, not immediately excited. I feel like it will be an easy book because it's a romance, but it's not one that is exciting me. So first off, what next to me. Until We Shatter. The first chapter of this was 12 pages long. It's taken me about 40 minutes to read those 12 pages. It seems to be a really complicated magic system that I just was not getting. And if I'm totally honest, I don't really know or care what the point, like what was happening. So this one is less intriguing than For Her Consideration. This is my order so far. I'm nervous about this month. Usually in Book Box Battle, there's at least one book that I'm like, I actually really want to read that. There isn't this month. None of the books are exciting me. So I'm nervous because I don't know what we're going to get. I'm hoping that whatever one I pick to read I'm hoping that one of these first chapters will intrigue me. But yeah, I'm going in with my expectations being 0. Anyway, let's read the first. I've actually read the first chapter of Little Thieves before, so I'll be reading the second chapter of Little Thieves. Okay, I've read my last 3 books. I've got my stack here. So, Little Thieves. Like I said, I read the first chapter of Little Thieves a while ago. Read the second chapter now. It is very, very fast paced. Yeah, I am vaguely intrigued. I would start this one again from the beginning though, just because I read the first chapter quite a while ago, so I'd like to just refresh myself. But that is going to go there on top of For Her Consideration. The Hurricane Wars. I read the prologue, which was like a page and a half, and then I was going to read the first chapter, but I'll be totally, which is like 15 pages, but I will be totally honest, I got about 12 pages in and I was so bored that I stopped reading the first chapter. So that is going to go at the bottom underneath Until We Shatter, which I'll do in a second when I have the hands. And then first chapter of Sorcery and Small Magics. This one I actually am slightly question mark about. I enjoyed that first chapter, which is strange, seeing as this was the one that I thought I would enjoy the least. And I don't know whether to put it above Little Thieves or below Little Thieves. Little Thieves has been on my TBR for a long time. It is a YA fantasy. I think it's been on my TBR for at least 2 years, potentially 3 years. Sorcery and Small Magics has literally just come out this month. So 2021 was Little Thieves, so it's been on my TBR for 3 years. I think I'm going to read this one. I think Sorcery and Small Magics is going to be the one I'm going to go for. I'm going to just prove that I have no idea of my own reading taste. I thought Sorcery and Small Magics would come last. It has come first. Thought Little Thieves would be fourth, second. For Consideration I'd put in first. Until We Shatter I'd put second, and Hurricane War I'd put third. So I got 0 out of 5 in terms of order. But yeah, I'm going to be reading Sorcery and Small Magics. That stack's quite heavy to hold with one hand. It is Friday today. I am going to see what I can read over the weekend. Like I said, I am still, to be honest, I am quite question mark about this whole stack. So I'm going to try and read Sorcery and Small Magics. My worry, I guess, about this one is that I have recently come to the conclusion that witchy cozy fantasies aren't for me. And my concern is that Sorcery and Small Magics, while not actually a witchy cozy fantasy, is going to have the vibes of a witchy cozy fantasy. So that worries me, because I may not enjoy it. But the first chapter, the first chapter intrigued me. I feel like there's going to be some humour. I feel like we're going to have a rivals to lovers, male-male romance. I'm guessing there's going to be some sort of... Who's Leo? Oh, Leo's our main character. Okay. Yeah, it does seem to me, just rereading the synopsis here, it does seem that it's more of a romance than a fantasy. You know, it's going to be a stronger romance plotline than anything else. But if I do decide this one doesn't work for me, I will continue down the stack until this week is over, I suppose. This book is beautiful. This is one of the most beautiful editions. But this is going to be my first read, hopefully, for this vlog. So I'm going to actually not get reading now. I'm going to go and have a bath. And I'm not taking that very pretty special edition into the bath. So I will start reading it properly tomorrow. And I will see you. I am just jumping on to tell you where I'm at with Sorcery and Small Magics. So I decided to be an adult today and finally do my taxes. I hate doing my taxes, and because I hate doing my taxes, I have not like recorded any of my expenses all year. So I had like 10 months, slightly less than that, 8 months of expenses to record, which was boring. Anyway, that was not exactly interesting. But while I was doing my taxes, I put on the audiobook of Sorcery and Small Magics, which I really enjoyed. So I'm now 250 pages into the book and I really like it. So we are in a magic school and our main character is kind of a bit of like, he's a bit of a lad, you know, he's not great at school, but he is just kind of having fun. He made a deal with his dad that if he graduates school, then his dad will give him his inheritance. He is a rich boy. But yeah, he's not very good. He can't do like proper magic, but he doesn't really care. So he's then partnered with our other main character, who is one of the top students in the school. And these two have to work together. However, they accidentally, well, one of them accidentally jinxes the other. And that means basically that our main character is now kind of cursed to do everything that our other guy, Grim, says. This is illegal magic, basically. So they kind of are almost... They're almost blackmailing each other, using the situation against each other because they can't report it. Because if one reports it, the other will be like, well, he cursed me. And if, you know, the other way around, it'd be like, well, he wrote an illegal curse. So do you know what I mean? Like they can't really do anything about this. So they're trying to find someone to help break this curse. And that means they end up on a quest into the, like, basically this like forbidden forest where there's lots and lots of monsters. And that's where I'm at the moment. So like I said, I'm 250 pages in. It's about a 360 page book. So I don't know, about the 2/3 point probably. I am really liking it. I'm liking our character development. I'm liking the banter between the characters. I do feel like I'd like to understand the magic a little bit more. It feels a little bit simple at the moment. I'm just going to actually put on a face oil as well. But I am having a good time. I very easily could have continued reading it, and I think the audiobook is also really good. I very easily could have continued listening to the audio, and I only didn't because, like I said, I listened to 250 pages and I just sort of felt like, right, I need to stop before I just binge the whole book in one go, which isn't, there's nothing wrong with it, but I just didn't want to do that. So yeah, I'm having a good time. It is, by the way, I don't think I said earlier, it is Sunday night, and obviously I'm in bed, but I'm going to hopefully get a good chunk of the book read tomorrow. I'm having like a weird reading time because for work, I'm running a read along for the Bone Season, but I've actually not read the new version of the Bone Season, so I'm also taking part as a participant, and I'm currently 2 days behind. We're on day 3 and I am 2 days behind, so you know, well done me, yay. So I am reading the Bone Season. I also wanted to start Malice by John Gwynne. That is the next catch-up book club book hosted by Becca and the Books. And even though it's not due until January, because I'm also reading Realm of the Elderlings, I don't want to be having to read both Malice and Ship of Destiny in December. And I'm yet to decide whether I want to continue, like whether Malice is going to be a series that I'm going to be intrigued by. So I'm going to read book 1, see how I get on. But I'm more interested in Ship of Destiny, so I want to save that one for December. This all makes sense in my head. It might not make sense in like real life. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. That's it, really. I'm hoping that I can, like I said, I'm hoping that I can get some of Sorcery and Small Magics read tomorrow. Haven't really done a huge amount of reading this weekend at all. I didn't read anything on Saturday. Yeah, I'll get the book finished this week. Whether I continue on and read a second book, I don't know. Part of me would like to read Little Thieves, which is the second book on my list. But again, Little Thieves is quite big. And if I'm totally honest with you, the next vlog that I'm doing, I'm really excited by that vlog idea. So I kind of want to jump in and like just get into my next vlog rather than like almost start my next vlog early rather than read Little Thieves. Plus, because I've got vlog ideas for the whole month, I've done that thing where I've set myself a TBR, but I've not actually given myself any time to read that TBR. Smart move. So I would also like to try and read at least something off my TBR. Anyway, I'm now just waffling. I'm going to go to bed. I will see you tomorrow, and yeah, I'll let you know. I'm probably not going to update you again until I've finished Sorcery and Small Magics, if I'm honest. Because there's no point updating you in like less than 50 pages to be at the 300-page mark. So yeah, I'll update you when I finish the book. Good night. Hello. It's Saturday, and I have just had 2 Fairyloot parcels arrive. These are both special editions. They're not part of like a subscription, so I'm going to unbox them now in this video, but they don't actually count towards any sort of book box battle or anything because they're not part of a subscription. I do know what both of these are. I picked them both myself. I ordered them both because I wanted to read them, obviously. So first one, with no order really to this. This is a book where I read book 1 in a previous book box battle, and I was absolutely blown away with how much I enjoyed it. I was not expecting to love this book, but I did. And so that was Only a Monster by Vanessa Len, and this is the sequel, Never a Hero. So we have got green and green edges. This looks like it is the same design as Only a Monster, but in green rather than in purple. Oh, I love it. So it's signed, and it also has got a message written from the author. So she says, "We knew each other before this," which I just think is super cute. I like the fact that that's a little bit, I don't know, makes it, I know that obviously on a normal book box book where there's, who knows, 10,000, let's say, copies going out, they can't write a message for everyone, but I do like that. It feels a little bit more kind of, a bit more personalised. So we have got foiling under the dust jacket. We've got end papers, which are different each end. I am very excited to read this one. Like I said, I really enjoyed Only a Monster. I'm not going to read you out the synopsis just because it is a sequel. I am going to just have a quick look online though and just see what the normal cover for Never a Hero is, just to see how much it changed. So it looks like on the, I'll pop it up here as well. It looks like on the standard cover there's sort of a red-orange background, whereas on this one it's a green in the background, and obviously the foiling as well is exclusive. So excited to have got Never a Hero. And then the second one, this one is me taking a gamble, let's be honest, because I have not read book one. This is, again, the second in a duology. I haven't read book one, but I really enjoy this author. So I am hoping that when I do read book one, I will really enjoy it because I've now got book two. So that is Vilest Things by Chloe Gong. So very, very stunning edges all the way around. Again, matches the first one. We've got alternative artwork under the dust jacket. We've got this half face on the hardback, and the end papers are strangely very similar to Only a Monster in that first one is like sat in a cafe and the second one is just a couple out there. Again, I'm not going to read you it is also signed as well. Again, I'm not going to read you out the synopsis just because it is a sequel. But yeah, I am very excited to read Immortal Longings. I'm also quite nervous about it. I'm going to, again, just bring up the original cover of Vilest Things. This one I know does have a different cover in the UK and the US. Okay, I think they're pretty similar. Again, I'm going to pop the cover up here. I think it's more that the original cover has more green undertones, whereas this one is slightly more blue undertones. But again, I'm just obsessed with the edges. And yeah, I'm excited to have the sequel. So that is my little mini book haul with thanks to Fairyloot Special Editions. Let's go back and actually, read the books. Hello, it is Tuesday evening and I have finished reading Sorcery and Small Magics by Mega Ducey. So I actually read this on audiobook for pretty much the whole book. And I liked it. It was really good. I really liked the relationships. I thought the magic was interesting in the way that you've got to have basically two people to do a spell. You have someone to be able to write the spell and a different person to be able to cast the spell. I liked that. I just think it's an interesting dynamic. Like I said, I feel like the very, very slow burn relationship, like rivals to friends. I really don't think it goes much further than friends. Like rivals to friends to crush, I guess. I really like that. I do enjoy a slow burn every now and then. I also enjoy a super spice. I'm sorry, Bracken is eating. Obviously, I enjoy super spice quite often as well, but I liked that it was... Bracken, you've eaten your food, my darling. It's all gone. Yes, it is. Hello. Good girl. Anyway, so yeah, I enjoyed that kind of slow burn, getting to know the characters. I thought it was nice the way the characters had two very distinct voices and two very distinct personalities, and I liked them both. I also really liked the narrator of the audiobook because he did use different voices, and he gave Sebastian Grimm I think, kind of Yorkshire Sheffield accent. He gave him a Sean Bean accent, basically, and I enjoyed that. So yeah, finished. I had a good time. I haven't yet rated it, but I feel like it's probably going to be a sort of 3.54, I'd say. I don't think it's a book that is going to stick with me for a huge amount of time. I don't think it's a new favourite. I don't think it's something that I'm going to be completely obsessing over. But I had fun. I had a good time. I'm glad I read it. Now this leaves me in a bit of a dilemma. because like I said, it is Tuesday evening. It's currently about 6 p.m. on Tuesday. This vlog should end on Thursday. So, theoretically, I should start my next book, which it would be Little Thieves, which came second in my book box battle, and read that now, rest of tonight, Wednesday, Thursday. Well, I've worded it like that now, and that sounds actually like quite a lot of time to read a book. Problem is Little Thieves is quite long. It's about 450, 500, I think it's actually over 500 pages. And I just don't really want to read it. Because I'm also reading The Bone Season and I'm reading Malice by John Gwynne. So they're two also very long fantasies. So I just don't really want to read the Little Thieves. So I think what I'm going to do instead is cheat. Standard for me. I think I might start my next vlog a little bit early because I'm really excited about it. But I might start that tomorrow and like right now just continue reading The Bone Season and Malice because I am behind where I want to be on both of them. So all that to say, I will be wrapping up this vlog now. I'm sorry, there will eventually one day be a time in a book box battle vlog where I read more than one book. But today is not that day. I had a good time. I had fun. I think it is going to be a book that a lot of people will enjoy. I think if you like cozy fantasy, if you like things like Legends and Lattes, if you like House and Cerulean Sea, if you like A Marvelous Light, then I think you will enjoy Sorcery and Small Magics. For me, I feel like it's one of those kind of almost like a popcorn read, you know. I had a great time reading it. It's not going to stick with me. And I don't think that it makes it necessarily like a bad book or anything. Like I said, I had fun. I enjoyed it. I can't see it being a plot that is going to stay with me for a huge amount of time, but that doesn't diminish from the fact that I had fun and I enjoyed it. So that is that. This vlog is now over. If you like this video, please leave me a like, subscribe down below. If you've read Sorcery and Small Magics, let me know your thoughts on it. Also, let me know as well what book you would have picked out of the pile. My brain's frozen. Read it. If you just want to leave me an emoji to let me know that you were here. Is there like a violin or guitar emoji? Leave me some form of like musical emoji. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye bye.